Hey guys, it's Jenna. So I just came back from the outside, and before I get into where I just want to give a little trigger warning. I'll explain it later. So you might be wondering why I'm actually wearing all black and like this, and or possibly with this, like that. So it kind of gives you guys a hint, right? Can you guess what kind of vibe I'm going for? In 3, 2, 1. If you guess I'm going for a funeral vibe, that's correct, because I'm actually, to be honest, I'm going to attending, guys. So again, trigger warning. As if I'm attending, it's really hard to say, but like Jonghyun's funeral back in 2017. So because actually I was at my poetry slam, to be honest, and that my poem's theme is called hear my voice, hear his voice. It's actually, yeah, that's the theme, and it's technically about my thought on the loss of Jonghyun oppa, because as you know, I'm also a Shawol, and it's kind of hard to deal with it. Yeah, and so I'll just show you what live version of me doing it, but I'll also post my practice version later, or maybe to be sure to check it out, because I feel like Shawols will probably really understand me, how that kind of loss, right? Yeah, but you'll see, and I'll explain later. It just doesn't. Maybe I should say the judges doesn't really get it. So, poetries are all subjective, like my teacher kept on saying. Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm trying to go for. Technically my poem is just about how I actually understand how he's feeling, how I actually wish that people heard him, and how I wish that I can turn back time to 2017, and then maybe to stop all this from happening. So yeah, please enjoy, hear his voice. Hello everyone, good afternoon. I would love to dedicate this poem to a K-pop star who died. Our beautiful angel, Jonghyun. Farewell. Sorrow and grief run through my body like an ever-flowing waterfall. Depression, sorrow, forces me to gasp for air. Losing you is like the universe losing its suns. 4 years passed, our tears formed oceans as you rest peacefully in your tear-wiped coffin. I regret not knowing you. Only a video, access and memoir. Your suicidal note is the only thing that allows me to hear your voice. It's my fault. I'm worthless. I'm imperfect. I cannot breathe. I'm alone. I'm suffering. Again. Did he need more reasons for his pain? Pain is just pain. But the truth is, you can turn dull pain into pure joy. Your smile, your accomplishment, your voice is the most precious thing. I wish to know you. I wish to turn back time. I wish to save you. I wish people heard you. May you rest in peace in heaven. We miss you. Okay, so like I said in the beginning of the video, now that you watched it, poetry is, I know it's subjective, but it's just, I know my mom didn't film this, but obviously, I'm really happy for my army bestie who actually won second place. Really awesome. But, I mean, you'll probably think that my poem is really good and really powerful. But, yes, I also don't understand how another person actually won. But, I mean, I didn't even get in. I didn't even get to the, get into any of third place or second, so basically I didn't even win. I mean, in my opinion, and my teacher's opinion, like, all three of us should have won. I mean, yeah, that's biased. But, like, what I don't understand is the first place in our group. It's like, the person, I remember asking my friend, hey, did you start yet? I mean, she's really quiet. I couldn't hear her. I'm like second row or third row away from the front, and I can't even hear that person. But she's the final winner. And then even, don't say me. My mom in the third row, my mom in the really back row couldn't even hear a single thing that she said. But, like I said, like my teacher always say to us, poetry is subjective. But maybe it's because, like, my poem is actually about Jonghyun Ba, and the judges don't understand that loss. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't give me a score higher. Like, even my poetry teacher said, would she give the first place, if she's the judge, would she score them higher? No. She's also really confused, like, how does she even win? But she continued to tell us it's subjective. But, like, to be honest, I'm kind of sad that I didn't win, because I actually worked really, really hard. I personally think I worked really, really hard on it. Like, almost like for the past 2 months I've been working really hard, and even for these 2 weeks after the school one, for 2 weeks, maybe like this week before like the final competition, I even dropped my Korean class just to practice. I don't know how many times I cried every time. Like, after my poem, I went full out and I cried, and to a point where my best friend or my army bestie have to comfort me in order for me to feel better. Especially on the last full out one, it was like Thursday. I can't stop crying. Like, maybe I did it once on, like, I think Tuesday, and I end up crying, but I collect myself really fast. On Thursday, I just can't. I cried to a point where I have my best friend and I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm like crying, bawling my eyes out to a point, and kept on saying, I miss him, over and over again. See? That's how hard I worked. And like, legit, I don't understand. Like, I know it's really subjective, like my teacher always said, but also, I feel like maybe one of the reasons is, like, all the judges are, like,
pretty, like, maybe like 30 or 40-year-old guys. I don't know, all males. I'm not being sexist or anything, but maybe that's one of the reasons they just don't understand teenage girls going after celebrities and crying because of this. But I mean, hopefully we have younger, if the judges have been younger and actually are Shawols, I'm sure that they're not, probably. So they probably would be relatable to what it feels like to lose. Like, although we might not know him in person, but we still feel like we're a family. Shawols are also a family. And Shawols and Shinees are also families. To Shawols, it's losing a member is technically losing one of your family members. I just wish that those judges do understand. And I get it, I do sound kind of angry, but the reason why I sound angry, well, I guess you can say, is because I should be like angry and sad at the same time. Because sad because we kind of lost somebody, so we have such a big potential, and he was only 27 that time, and you guys know. And then angry because how I wish that people actually heard him. How I wish that he told somebody instead of thinking that he's a burden to the members, to his family. Because I'm sure that if he really told somebody, this wouldn't have happened. I'm not blaming him because I know depression can be like having illogical thinking, but how I wish that somebody actually do realize, and then at least somebody actually do realize this, and then so this probably wouldn't have happened. I mean, we at least could try to save him and find some therapy, and because, you know, in psychology, suicidal thoughts and attempts are technically called medical emergencies. I mean, if people may realize, because like depressive mood could be self-observed or reported by others. If somebody else could have reported it, and treatments are taken in time, we probably won't go through this. I'm not blaming anybody on this, but I'm just saying if people have heard him. So this is my whole point of my poem, is that for people to actually hear him. And a lot of the poem, like, for example, when I said, it's my fault, I'm worthless, I'm alone, I'm suffering, things like that, that part, it was actually taken from his suicidal note, translated to English. It was taken, and like, pain is just pain. I mean, those are all taken from his suicidal note. I mean, and incorporate into my poem. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just dragging this outro really long, but I just wish people actually do hear him. That my whole point is actually for people to understand that sometimes, I mean, it's not just about Jonghyun oppa, or I just want people out there to actually do understand that depression and anxiety and all that especially depression, can be really serious. Unlike people out there who has depression and anxiety, or I just want you guys to know, I'm here for you. I understand how you're feeling. But you have to understand that those thoughts in your head is not real. They're like thinking that you're worthless or no one loves you. That's not true. People actually do. There's a lot of people around you that actually do love you and actually worried about you and willing to become friends with you. Or you're not worthless, or you're not whatever negative thoughts you have about yourself. You're not perfect. Everybody's not perfect. We all have flaws, so please, I understand. So if you're having these kind of if you're suffering these kind of illnesses, seek out to somebody. We're all here to hear you out. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my poem. See you guys next time. Bye!